hands up if you with it. Drop it.
And also my other thing I was looking at, number one, the fact that this man debated children all the time is really telling. Like, you couldn't find someone your match. You're a 30-some-year-old man going to college kids and debating them and going up against them students. And I do consider them children, actually, you know, when you're still in college. You're still learning and developing. To be honest, you're not grown till you're 25. As a former 25-year-old, I was not grown until I was at least 25. So him debating all these children is crazy to me. And if I was someone on one of those debates, I could never be, actually, you know, because for one, I'm not for all the back and forth, right? He would have said something stupid and I would have been like, shut your bitch ass up, let's fight. Like, it would have just been, there would have been no debate. We just would have had to fight. It just would have been done. I just would have been like, all right, kill yourself. Like, I just...
Dead ass. Why don't you just fucking die?
Like, oh, die slow, bitch. I don't care. Like, it wouldn't have been no debate. I would be like, I don't care. Kill yourself. Like, just...
No, it's hard. Like, I used to do stuff like this. I used to be in a program where that's all we did was government shit. I wasn't 18 yet. I was doing this from 14 to 18. And then I advised it like the following year after or whatever. But that's all we did. And we just did debates constantly. And so many times I was like, I don't you shut your... Like, I wanted to be like, shut your whole ass up. But you have to like keep your cool and go back and forth. But the thing is, he is arguing with, you know, he is having these debates with children. And the thing is, he's prepared and he does, that's all he does. So he's got all this stuff and all these things and all this ammunition to try. And then anytime I'm watching these debates, it's always with someone that's just like trying to over talk you and they don't even let you like go back and forth. Like the debates that I was a part of and how debates actually work, if you actually do debates, is each person gets a certain amount of time to just say whatever the fuck they need to say and get it out. And then you have the time to say your shit and get it out. And then there's time for rebuttal on each person's side. It's not back and forth with all this interrupting so that no one ever gets their fucking point across. Like, so it's already terrible in that sense. But the stuff that he was, you know, debating about and stuff he stood for was gross, is the bottom line. So
I was very disturbed. There was someone on my Facebook, which, speaking of, I blocked quite a bit.
Fantastic.
It was great. I unfriended. I was like, oh, there it is. You got through that. So, but yeah, they posted this video he did of one, and it was one where they're talking about like transgenders, and it was the dumbest metaphor or example I had ever heard. It was something to the effect of, also I thought the stance of it was wrong, like the way the environment was of the video. It was this small college girl standing and he was sitting at a table, and I was like, already that's like a power play of the environment, and I don't like you, like it looks like you're picking on her, and I didn't like that. And so he was saying, oh, so it's legal for a man to go and watch a woman through a window, but it's illegal for them to go into a gym room and watch a woman undress and change. And I was like, the fuck are you talking about?
Both of those were illegal.
What do you mean? And the girl was just like, so, like, what the fuck on her face that she couldn't like say anything back. And she was just like, what do you mean?
What do you fucking mean?
And people took that as that he won that debate. And like the caption of the person who posted the video was like, oh, I'm gonna miss debates like these. And I was like, of him saying stupid shit against transgenders and the person being so flustered by the stupidity that they can't respond? Like, what are you talking about?
You think
he didn't make any type of like point. It didn't make any sense. He was like, so you're cool with just a man walking into the gym locker room while you're there and blah blah blah. Where do we draw the line of
we draw the line and y'all stop being gross? How about that? Can we draw the line there? Why do we draw the line with me reassuring you? Still like that, yeah, that's just, it's ridiculous. My spirit is
So disturbed.
in regards to the people who he has a block, so many people have come out to be like, oh, this poor soul. And I'm talking about celebrities and all this. Dean came out. What's his last name? Sorry with a W.
Withers.
Yeah,
Dean,
Dean, it's Withers. Yeah,
Okay,
Dean Withers came out. And if you're familiar with Dean, you know that Dean does this pretty much the same thing Charlie Kirk does, but on the opposite side, where he does, liberal. She think we work for her.
Please tell us.
That ass like
squirmy.
just laid off across both of us. She was like, also half you and half you. I get both best of both worlds. I hear. She's like, you pet my back, you pet my head. Dead ass. But yeah, Dean does the same thing Charlie Kirk does, but on the liberal side of things and all that kind of stuff. And I do like to watch his debates and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, I did. I'm out now because he was. I didn't watch the video, but apparently he was devastated and crying. Disrespect, but he was devastated and crying about this whole thing and all that. And I just listen. He's just one person. I saw Kristen Chenoweth. If you aren't familiar with her, she's a Broadway actress and she's been in other stuff like regular shows and shit as well. Selma Blair also came out with her shit. She is also an actress, and Josh Duhamel also an actor. All these three people.
Candace Owens, the Jigaboo herself.
Oh, that's not even surprising.
The Coon of Coons.
Whatsoever. But all these people are people who, it's not like y'all are Chris Evans. Y'all are actors who we don't be seeing. Nobody was sitting out here. The thing that really irritates me about the whole thing is no one asked you for your fucking opinion. No. So you had the option to just not say shit. But they all came out talking about how he was this hero and he was this, that, and the other. And I'm like, Selma Blair, we haven't seen you since Hellboy. Don't nobody give a fuck what you. No one was sitting around being like, I wonder how Selma Blair feels about this whole thing. No one gives a flying fuck, okay? Kristen Chenoweth, even though she had, musical skills and stuff like that, and I have liked her and things that I've seen, that's over, okay? Same thing with Josh Duhamel. We haven't seen you since the Transformers movies. I don't know what happened to this man. I feel like he was in something recently, but you never made it to the A-list of actors. You never did. So your best times was when you was married to Fergie, and now you're not. Now you got nothing going for you. So I'm just saying, the bottom line is we didn't care. We didn't care what you thought, and you had the opportunity to shut your ass up. Same thing for Dean. You know that all the people that support you are people who did not support this man. Yep. You could have just not said anything.
Yeah, and my biggest thing with Dean is okay, it's one thing for you to have your emotions and say, oh, I feel emotional about this, I feel sad, but he went on to say about if people did not and try to police other people's feelings and emotions and responses, that's where you got me fucked up at. Because you can sit up there and boo-hoo cry, but just because I don't want to does not mean you get to sit up here and judge me for that. You can fuck right off. Okay. With that one. So that was my whole issue with the Dean thing. Is he's like, and if you can't feel empathy or sad for the wife and the children and stuff, I was like, I didn't know them people.
I feel sad for the children in the sense that they didn't choose their father. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel sad for the children. It's like they didn't choose their father. I don't know what their relationship was actually like with their father, if he was a good father or anything like that. Maybe they're better off.
I feel like it was weird, and I'm gonna say it because at first I was gonna play a little clip of the wife's press conference response, but I couldn't even get through it myself. It was so fucking off. I think it was only a little bit over 15 minutes or so. I barely got through 3 minutes of her fake ass crying. But she said the little part that I did see in there is she was trying to fake a tear, and the tear never came out. But she was talking about her 3-year-old, and she's like, my 3-year-old asked where her dad was and stuff, and I told her, she's like, what do I say to a 3-year-old? What do you tell them? And her response, she said that she told the child was, oh, your dad's working with Jesus, and he's working to support your blueberry fund, or your blueberry something she had. She called it a blueberry something that the kid has, I guess. I don't know if the kid likes blueberries or something, or that's what they call her allowance or something. I don't know. But that was the weirdest fucking shit I ever heard to say to a kid about their parent passing away. I was like, number one, now that kid, if I was a child and you told me my dad left me to go work for Jesus because I like blueberries, I would never touch a goddamn blueberry again. I would think it was my fault. Children put things on themselves. So the way you word shit is very important, especially to a 3-year-old mind. They connect very simple dots, A to B. It's not going to be, you know, all this other stuff of, oh, he's in a better place, blah, blah, blah. Like, you could have said anything else but that. So the fact that that's what I heard she said to her child, I am very much so sad for them that they have to deal with that. Because, and I'm like, this child probably is going to have trauma with blueberries. So like, I don't fucking,
Now, blueberry trauma because it's stupid. Look at you.
I ever heard. I was like, you would have been better off just telling her the fucking truth. Like, I get sugarcoated to a kid, yes, absolutely, but don't make shit up and then put it on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
It's
So
crazy.
I have no idea like, what that relationship was like, and you know, maybe he wasn't a good father, and those kids are better off. But if he was the thing about, oh well, this person was a father, he was a good father, and all this kind of stuff, that could be said for anybody. When all the Diddy shit came out, Diddy got 6 kids, and everybody was like, well, he's actually, I think he had 7. He may have 7 kids now, but you know, that don't change the fact that he was doing what he was doing. He could have been a great father to all those kids. They looked like they all had great relationships with Diddy, and they all loved him very much, and they came out and said as much. However, that does not take away from the fact that he was a terrible person doing terrible things to other people who were not his children. That doesn't mean anything. Do I feel bad for the kids because they didn't choose their father and they, you know, had a great relationship and now they are without a father? Yeah, sure. However, do I feel bad for that wife? No. You chose
No,
him.
not at all.
I don't feel bad
And
for
the
her.
fact that she was out there at that conference in full glam, trying to sit up here and talk about, I don't know when the last time is I slept. And then she did a little smirk when she said that at the same time. She's like, I don't know what I was, and she smiled. I said, so you had a good night's sleep, is what you're telling me.
She probably had. She probably
that little smirk told me you finally had a good night's rest, actually.
My theory is.
Yeah, I think she was under some duress on her own because, yeah, that didn't make no sense to me. But yeah, her whole thing and like not a tear coming out, and she was just in full glare. Like, if I was distraught over something, and they did this very quickly after he passed, like the funeral was fast, they transported his body super quick. Like, the whiplash of that for me, if I was a grieving spouse, I wouldn't have looked like that on camera. Yeah, I would have been, I probably wouldn't have gotten on camera at all. I would have maybe gave a statement or something, but I would have looked like shit. I would have, and I'm not telling anybody how to grieve, but it just was very strange. If you haven't watched it, take a little peek. You can't watch the whole thing. It's really it sucks. But it was very strange. And the way it had subliminal of like rally the boys messaging behind it. I also didn't like
Rally
that.
the boys for what? To be against yourselves?
Right.
Y'all are the ones who did this. How can we explain this to you in a way that you'll ever understand?
Okay.
What is wrong with you? Why do you still think it has shit to do with us? It's because you're too crazy. That's what happens, okay? You start off being regular crazy. Now y'all got to the point where you're extreme crazy, and now you got to reel in your extreme crazy people because now they're killing the regular crazies, okay? And then you're trying to still turn around and be even more crazy. And do you know how much you're leading? You're damn near where they are at now, because regardless of the fact that everything that has come out has said, hey, it's this extreme crazy person that did it, who is on your team, on your side, supporting the people that you support, you still are like, I don't give a fuck about all of those facts and evidence. Blacks. That's what I would like to be. And so you still, it's still in your mind, blacks, Democrats, it's the left's fault. Instead of ever looking at your people and the fact that you are pushing your people to be absolutely extremely crazy to the point where your regular crazy shit is now not good enough for them. Okay? And they're like, yeah, we can get rid of all of you so that we can only have extreme crazy people.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. And for whatever reason, you still are not in your mind connecting these dots to say, hey, let's reel in our extreme crazy people before we all are fucking fucked. Like, that's what you should be doing. But you're still focusing on shit over here that don't have shit to do with you and shit to do with this man dying. And you're so focused on the fact that we don't give a fuck that you can't even focus on the fact that you have a whole other problem there. And at this point, I'm like, yeah, extreme crazies, fight amongst yourselves. I don't give a fuck. Like, take them all out. I don't give a shit.
Very weird. And I mean, most people, when you find out who a killer is and stuff, the family kind of sits up there and talks about, oh, justice should be served. I'm glad they caught whoever. But instead, you're shifting it to, oh, we're going to keep fighting for like what he believed in and what he talked about, blah, blah, blah. I was like, that's fucking weird to not condemn this murderer. Like, it's very strange to me to just be, this boy about to get a pass. I don't, like, he might get a gold medal in jail. I don't know what the hell's going on. Doesn't make any sense to me.
You guys are weird and crazy, and it's exhausting. Like, to just have to be on Earth with y'all. Look, honestly, it's, and you really think your level of delusion is out of this world, because y'all really think that this man died a hero or something. Y'all are out here acting like he was captured in war or something and then tortured for 3 to 6 years or some shit, and then
he literally died while saying something else racist.
Right in the middle of it. And I said, look at the father.
Wow. Said enough.
Right. Like, honestly, y'all really gotta tread carefully, because even listen, the Lord's gracious, but even he
has a point.
Is tired sometimes. Even he is fed up.
His boiling point.
Even he, at certain moments, as holy as he is probably like, why don't you shut the fuck up?
It's enough.
It's a fucking nut. Okay? Every fucking time. Because y'all, you just say stuff. You're just weird and you're just random and you just don't have any facts, evidence. You don't look shit up. You just walk around just spouting out bullshit out of your mouths. Honestly, I'm surprised you don't use the toilet with your face, because you're full of shit. Your mouth is full of shit. I'm baffled every time, because I'm like, y'all are really crazy for real. Look, all of you are giving straitjacket energy. Yes. I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of y'all need to be in Arkham Asylum with the Joker and all of them, because it's no way. Like, that y'all are not criminally insane. The most of you, like, it's insane. It's exhausting.
So I'm just getting into the media part of this as well. Yes, as Black people, we're desensitized to seeing violence on the screen, of seeing firsthand account of someone being violently having their life taken from them. So the fact that you guys are like, oh, and I had to see that gruesome video, that tells me that as white people, when you saw a Black person and a police body cam footage and this and that, you couldn't see yourself in that person's shoes. But because it was a white face, now all of a sudden you can see yourself, and that is giving you what Black people feel every day, basically 24/7 nonstop. Is you're like, oh, that could be me. Oh, I could be next. Welcome to the Black experience, bitches. And we don't even get pushed out to the media as much as this is being pushed out. So we usually, if someone passes or whatever, and we got to put in a Say Your Name campaign, we have to keep pushing the video out to get justice. This is being blasted everywhere, nonstop, constantly. I told Bree today, I was sitting up here just trying to watch my motherfucking YouTube, and YouTube sends me an ad. No, it's an ad, and I'm not watching anything related to this scenario at all. I was just watching a little gaming video, whatever, and this ad comes on, and I had never seen this person in my life, and they're singing a song about Charlie Kirk. He's sitting up here talking about how America and this isn't going to be right, and it's all the Democrats' fault and the leftists, and I can't even remember the whole nonsense that he did. I recorded it to Bree because I was like, you're not going to believe this shit.
Who the fuck is this? What is this?
What is is bull.
But to tell how they looked, what the person was looking like.
The thing is, so first of all, I see this whole thing and I'm flabbergasted. And the person singing the song is a white man, right? We knew it was gonna be a white person. You knew that, but did you know he was gonna be fully tatted up? Okay, he had neck tats up to here, hand tat, all of his arm. He had face tattoos. And he was dressed more like a black person would be dressed. And this nigga had braids in his head. And I said he had stringy little like 6 braids coming down in a lineup.
And it was a rap. It was a freestyle. Like, it wasn't a freestyle. It was definitely written because he was reading a piece of paper.
He was reading it the whole time. He has a tablet and he's like reading the lyrics. And I'm like, why would YouTube even push this? Number one, it looks janky as fuck. But 2, like,
he paid for that. That's what that was. He paid for YouTube to promote his ad. But 1, you're sitting up here. What really got me about this, what she said is like, 1, you're sitting up here rapping, which is black people shit, while supporting Nazis, which is white people shit, and then having braids in your hair, which once again is black people shit, and then also dressed in what,
trying to look like a thug,
typically black, garb, if you will, black American garb. So I just need y'all to figure out who the fuck you are. The problem with y'all is that y'all really have no white people. Y'all want to see some people with no culture. White Americans. That's why I got to everything you have culture-wise is stolen from black people. Even the only thing they really have is country. Which
the only thing that they have that they don't take credit for is racism.
Is racism. And mass shootings. That's really what
that's what they have.
That's really what y'all have. And it's embarrassing, bro. I know.
No, and vintage racism. Congratulations.
Vintage racism. You were the creators of that shit. Congratulations. You want to know what you created?
Right. Come on now.
Racism. You were talking about the media though? Yes.
So of course that's all pushed out and everything. And even the Dean Withers situation, the reason why that man was so crying and boo-hooing is, again, he saw someone that could be him. It could have been him. And I'm like, welcome to how we feel all the time, that it could be us. When I sit up here and I see another black person who's had been a victim of police violence, or, the Klan, I'm not gonna say their name, I don't want to get any type of strikes, but of the Klan coming after them, or a bunch of hillbilly white people who just felt the audacity that day, I look at that as well and be like, that's my brother. That could have been my uncle. That could have been my cousin. That could have been my best friend. Like, we see it all the time. And the fact that you see it just a little bit one time, you can see it even more. Like, I don't care about it. Welcome to the way I feel every single day. Mm-hmm. So that's really what's been getting to me, is the hypocrisy of it all, of like, oh, you should feel bad for me because I feel bad and blah, blah, blah. Black people don't tell you to do that. You don't feel bad for black people when they're getting shot down and things like that. And we don't sit up here and say, oh, because you don't feel bad, you're a terrible person. Like, even though you should feel like a terrible person, because a lot of times it's an innocent black person, or they didn't do shit, and it was due to some racism in the color of their skin. Mm-hmm. Like,
and that's on top of that, it's like, y'all really don't understand the differences between police brutality and just like regular shit. Y'all have to understand what the police are for. They are literally people that their whole job is about protecting and serving people. I don't know if you know, black people are also people. So like,
hello.
For whatever reason, I feel like when you guys see police brutality towards white people, you feel like it's justified no matter what. Although they don't treat white people the same. You know, white people treat the police so awful. Like, oh my God. Y'all are so trash when talking to the police. Yet black people, when we are pulled over by the police, we're stopped. We're always, yes, sir. All this kind of stuff, it's being super calm, and then the police are always just killing black folks for no reason. Wild amounts of hostility, even though we're not being hostile towards them. When it's a white, I be watching these videos all the time when it's white women, especially young white women, also older white women, going off on the police. They're talking to them any kind of way. You don't tell me what to fucking do, and I'm gonna fucking sue you. I have rights. Never. If that would have been a black person, dead immediately. Like, I just don't understand. So there's a huge difference in, oh well, it's the police and the police brutality, because they should be there to de-escalate situations, to protect people, and all of that, and they're not for black people. So it's a whole thing, although our taxes also go to paying for them. Okay. So it's a whole different situation with police brutality than it is for these people who are being killed because they're saying terrible stuff and just being terrible people. And low-key, high-key, he was killed because he wasn't being terrible enough, apparently, to these other people. It's y'all's fault, okay? At some point, right-wing people are going to have to look at themselves and say, we're raising psychopaths. Because
sorry, they won't, because you can't have audacity and self-awareness. They don't go together.
That's big factoids. Y'all are audacious. One of the things that I want to talk about regarding the whole situation is mostly about how white folks are reacting to this whole news of him and all that. And besides the fact that y'all are trying to force other people to feel some sort of way just because a white man died, the fact of the matter is, how everyone's reacted to this has made me really realize I cannot, in good conscience in my blackness, ever really be a stan or a fan of any white person anymore, because y'all are not dependable. Okay, you show your ass every single time. So I don't even allow myself, like, when I'm disappointed by a white person siding with racists, I have already expected it. Because regardless of who that person is, what they've done, anything like that, y'all will side with that person because y'all are white together. So,
your white brothers.
Your white brothers, your white skin. And so you'll side with that person every time. And any person, like, there's very few white people that I be just like big kicking it with. And I just would not be able to be around anyone who was like, oh, well, it's so sad. Like, I'd be like, get your motherfucking ass out of here with that shit. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody want to hear that. And it's disappointing that a lot of people I feel like your integrity is constantly like just very shaky. Because you just don't ever stand on business regardless. There's one place where I was like, period, got a new customer out of me. This place was a tattoo shop out here in Arizona, and they were like, are you a person in Arizona who likes tattoos and also doesn't give a fuck about Nazis dying? Come to our tattoo shop. And I was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck what the tattoo's like. Yeah, I'm going to that tattoo shop. And I was like, you got a new customer out of me regardless of what these tattoos could look like absolute trash. I'll be like, yep, let me get one. I don't give a fuck.
I just think, like, the white folks, y'all are weak. You're not strong in your morals and values. Y'all got really lazy with, I'm a non-Trump supporting white, so therefore I'm good and I'm an ally. Being an ally is so much more than that, bitch.
So much more. And I feel like this is where Republicans especially differ from, like, Democrats. Let me tell you something. We don't give a fuck who it is.
No, we will switch sides in a minute.
We'll be like, if you did some shit, we'll be like, get your raggedy ass. We're holding you accountable constantly. Black people, same thing. Now, there are some black people, black men specifically, who don't be holding people accountable when they need to be, and you need to be better. Also some black women. But you can listen, the same way that, like I said, when Diddy did his shit, goodbye. Like, I don't give a fuck. You being black means fuck all to me. If you are a terrible person, you're, out here being a rapist, and you're out here doing all this kind of shit, I am good on you, period. And I'm finna stand on that business every fucking time. And I just feel like I can't ever really be a super fan of anybody who, and it's unfortunate that I feel like that, but that's really what it is now. It's like, I can't be a super fan of anybody who's white, because I feel like y'all constantly don't stand on business. As long as the person who is affected is another white person, y'all are going to be like, my God, this poor soul. So like,
Yeah.
I just feel that way.
Yeah.
And that's really, no, that was really all I wanted to say. So just be better people. I don't know. Also, fuck
You have to
Nazis.
do more.
It's
You can
fuck
still do
Nazis
more.
forever, and you ain't gonna tell me different.
Absolutely. Don't care that this man died. I'm tired of talking about it. I will not be talking about it again. So thank you very much. I'm exhausted.
And
Find a black woman.
Period. And that's it, and that's all. And yeah, so that's it. That's all we have to say about that man. He can fuck off. I don't give a shit. He's looking up at us. Goodbye. Bye. Eat, drink, be petty. We're going shopping, okay? For this shit. Goodbye.